Hi and welcome back. In this video, let's talk about importing parents. I'm going to run app.py again. And notice how the first file that was imported is find. And the find file first imported file operations. So that's the first file that runs to completion. And we print out utils.common.fileoperations. Find file then prints utils.find down here. And the app then prints main. Going to the file operations, how could we... I'm going to delete this import in there, by the way. How could we import the parent? So in the app.py, I'm going to say from utils.common.fileoperations, or rather import utils.common.fileoperations. Now this is going to go into file operations, and how could we import the not found error inside find? Well, once again, there are two ways. From utils.find import not found error. Then when we run this, utils.find will be the first line to be printed out because app is importing file operations is importing find is the file that's not importing anything, that one runs to completion, then it goes back to file operations, prints out the name, then it runs back to app and it prints out that name. As you can see, this is exactly what happens. Find prints out first, utils.common.fileoperations print out second, and main prints out third. Now, if we want to import the parent, we can do that. We can tell find to go over to the parent package. And the way we do that is not with a single dot, but with two dots. Two dots say, you're inside common, I want you to go up to utils. See? Notice how the current package is common.fileoperations, or rather, right now we are at utils.common.fileoperations. When you give it a single dot, it puts you in utils.common. When you give it two dots, it puts you in utils. Then utils.find is fine. So this gets replaced by utils dot, and then you can access find in it. And this works fine. As you can see, I've just reran the app and it works. It goes up by two packages. Remember, we are here in file operations. It goes up two packages over to utils, or sorry, one package over to utils, and then it finds the find module there. Of course, what happens if we run file operations? Now, it says a slightly different error. Attempted relative import beyond top level package. Because this is main, it doesn't have any parent packages. Remember, if this is main, it's not like we can go up a package. We could only go up a package if this is utils common file operations. Then we can go up a package over to utils. But if this is main, we can't go up anywhere because there's nowhere to go up to. There's no other packages in the name. Okay. So this is a parent import that you can do as long as you're running this file as a module and not as a script. So it is dangerous because say you wanted to print out the name of this file to find out exactly what it is. You cannot do it if it has a relative import. You can only do it if it has utils.common.find. utils.find. Now that this has an absolute import, you can absolutely run this file, and it imports utils.find, and then this one is main. So that works. So why does it work? How does it know that utils is at the top of the package when it itself is down here? Well, that's a thing for Python path. And so we're not going to talk about Python path, but just know that it defines the top level of your project. So if your Python path, which PyCharm sets for you, is set to the imports project, then you can do absolute imports starting from there. And that's the purpose of the Python path. But again, we're not going to get into it yet. We will talk about it later on when we talk about running Python from the terminal as opposed to through PyCharm. But this is why this works. So now that we've learned about relative and absolute imports, we can begin to understand exactly what's going on when we import things. And if you want to do relative imports, by all means, do them if you want. Just remember, you may not be able to ever run those files as scripts anymore. And running files as scripts can be handy when you want to run some particular thing in them, maybe to debug them or to understand what's going on in a file. So absolute imports, I think, are better, and I would encourage you to use them, but you're going to find relative imports everywhere as you learn more Python. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something, and I'll see you on the next one.